Computer Organization and Architecture, Unit 2, Basic Computer Organization and Design. In this video, we are going to discuss about a common bus system, computer instruction formats, and control unit. This video contains the discussion about different registers used by the processor and common bus system, and also about the format of computer instruction, control unit, and timing diagram of microoperations. Objectives of these videos are basic computer registers, common bus system, computer instruction formats, control unit, timing diagram of microoperations. First topic is computer registers. What is a register? So basically registers are one type of memory. It is a one type of computer memory. It is used to quickly accept, store and transfer the data and the instructions that are being used immediately by the processor. So basically registers is a memory unit which have a different storage capacity, and it is used to and store and transfer the data. Here we are going to discuss about a basic computer registers. So in computer there are basically 8 registers are there. These are the basic computer registers which are connected with memory. Out of these 8 common basic computer registers, 2 registers are with the size of 12 bits, program counter and address register. The program counter and address register, address register holds a address for the memory, and the program counter holds the address of the next instruction which are going to execute. Now 4 registers are of the 16 bit, IR, TR, DR and AC. IR, that means instruction register, it is used to hold the instruction code. TR, temporary register, it is used to hold the temporary data. DR, data register, it holds the memory operands. And AC, accumulator, it is a processor registers. Whatever process is currently execute, it is going to execute in accumulator. Remaining 2 registers, output register and input register, with the size of 8 bit. Input register, it holds the input character. Output register, it holds the output character. So these are the basic 8 computer registers, and we can say that these are the general purpose registers. Most important topic, common bus system. So basically this whole control system that is made up with 8 registers, a single memory unit and a control unit. Okay, so how to pass the data from one register to another register, or from one register to memory, or from memory to register. So this common bus system, it provides a path to transfer the information from one register to another and between the memory and the register. So basically this bus system, it is used to transfer the data in between registers and between the memory and registers. So this bus, this name suggests itself that bus, that means it is used for the transportation purpose. So here same thing, to transport the data from one register to another or from the memory to register, here we use a bus system. The maximum size of data that we have to transfer, that is a 16 bit. Okay, so here this common bus system is also known as a 16-bit common bus system. And to select particular register or memory, there are the 3 selection lines, S0, S1, S2. Now we are going to discuss about the architecture of the common bus system. Now this is a common bus system, 16-bit common bus system. Okay, it is connected with first memory unit. Here consider the size of memory, that is 4096 by 16-bit. That means at the same time it is going to pass a 16-bit of data. There are two signals are connected with the memory unit, read and write. Next, all these 8 registers are connected with this 16-bit common bus system. The first register, that is AR, address register. Address register have a 3 input: load, increment and clear. So out of these 8, 5 registers have a 3 control inputs: load, increment and clear. Second one, program counter. Once again, program counter have also 3 control inputs: load, increment and clear. The size of AR and PC, that is 12 bit. Next register, that is a DR. The size of DR, that is a 16 bit. It has also 3 control inputs: load, increment and clear. Next, accumulator. Accumulator is also processor register. It have a 16 bit of the size of 16 bit. Okay, it has also 3 control inputs: load, increment and clear. Next is IR, instruction register. The size of IR, it is once again 16 bit. It have only single control input: load. The last one, 16 bit of register, that is a temporary register. So temporary register, it have a 3 control input: load, increment and clear. Now there are 2 input and output register. One is input register and the second one is a output register. Output register have a one control signal: load. Okay. Now here, see here, there are all these 8 registers are there and they are connected with the 16-bit common bus system. AR, PC, 12-bit registers, DR, AC, IR, 16-bit register, input register and output register are of the 8-bit. Okay. This accumulator is a processor register. So for the accumulator, the input is coming from the accumulator. It may be come from any one out of these 3 possibility, that the input coming from the accumulator, it may be come from any arithmetic logic unit, and the input for this arithmetic logic unit is from this input register, or it may be the output generated, previous output generated in the accumulator, or it may be from the data register. Out of these 3 possible ways, any one or two data comes into this ALU, any arithmetic or logical process is going to perform, and the output is generated and the output is stored in the accumulator. Now there is a one clock's selection. 3 selection lines are there: S0, S1, S2, to select any one registers or the memory out of this all 7. If the value of S0, S1, S2 are 1, 1, 1, so at that time this memory unit, it is going to select. If the value of this S0, S1, S2, that is 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, that means in digital it is 4. So at that time this accumulator is going to select. Same way, if the value is 1, 1, 0, so at that time this IR is going to select. Okay. So based on the value of the selection line, any one out of These 7 registers or the memory anyone is going to select. And lastly, there is a one clock pulse. It is connected with all the registers and the memory unit for the timing control of this common bus system. So this is a diagram for the common bus system. Which register is going to select at which value of S0, S1, S2 it is going to display in this table. That means if the value of S0, S1, S2 that is 1, 0, 0, then AR is going to select. If it is 0, 1, 0, then PC is going to select. If the value is 111, then memory is going to select. So either one of the registers will have its load signal activated, or the memory will have its read signal activated. So at that, when the load signal is activated, at that time some data is going to return in that particular registers. Now here there is one example. DR AC is going to copy in DR, and the content of DR is going to copy in AC. This can be executed at the same time. It is done that this can be done by placing the content of AC on the bus with the value of S2, S1, S0 is equal to 100. So when the value is 100, at that time the content of AC is going to place on the bus. So at the same time, the load input is activated for the DR. Okay. So with the same clock cycle, it enables the load input of the DR and transfer the content of DR through the adder and logic circuit into the AC, and enabling the load input of AC. This all the things are done at the same clock cycle. Okay. So the data of DR is going to copy into the AC. Computer instruction formats. Next topic. The basic computer have a 3 instruction code formats. Each format has 16 bit. So depending upon the value of the opcode, the instruction are divided into 3 types. The first one is a memory reference instruction. The size of instruction that is of 0 to 15, that means 16 bit. 16 out of 16 bit, first 12 bits are going to store the address, then 12, 13 and 14 it is going to store the opcode, and the last one bit it is going to store the value of I. Okay. So if the value of opcode it is from 000 to 110 here, if the value of the bit number 12, 13 and 14 that is 000 to 110, then it is known as a memory reference instruction. And if the value of opcode that is 111, that means if here 111 is there, then it may be register reference or the input output instruction. Okay. So if the value of opcode is equal to 111 and the last one the bit of I that is 0, then it is a register reference instruction. And if the opcode is 111 and the value of I is equal to 1, here 1, then it is an input output instruction. Okay. So the value of opcode is equal to 111, then it may be register reference or input output reference. And any other value of opcode, that means if the value of opcode is not 111, then it is a memory reference instruction. Next is control unit. The control unit CU of the processor translates from machine instructions to the control signal for the micro operations that implement them. Basically, these control signals are implemented any one way out of this given two ways. First one is a hardwire control and the second one is a micro program control. So Control unit is made up of sequential and combinational circuit to generate the control signals. In the microprogram control, a control memory on the processor contains the microprogram that activates the necessary control signals. So we are going to discuss about the hardware control of the control unit. So this is basically architecture of the control unit. It consists of two decoders. First is a 3x8 decoder and second one is a 4x16 decoder. A sequential counter. This is a sequential counter SC. A number of control logic gates. Okay, it's a combinational control logic gates. So basically IR contains the instruction, whole instruction. So instruction register is divided into three parts. This one 0 to 11, that means first 12 bits it is going to store the address value. Then 12, 13 and 14 it is going to store the opcode, and 15 it is going to store the value of I. The operation code in the bits 12 to 14 are decoded with 3x8 decoder. Okay, and the 8 outputs of decoder are going to generate. The first output is known as a D0, second one D1, D2, like the last output is known as a D7. This all the outputs are connected with combinational control logic circuit. The bit number 15, I. The bit number 15 of the instruction is transferred to the flip-flop designed by the symbol of I, and bits 0 to 11, that means these address bits are also going to transfer in a combinational control logic gates. Now about this 4-bit sequential counter. 4-bit sequential counter can count in the binary from 0 to 15. Okay. The output of the counter are decoded in 16 timing signals. See here, 4 outputs are generated, but with the use of this 4x16 decoder, here 0 to 15, that means 16 timing signals are going to generate, and that timing signals are known as T0, T1, T2, T3, T4 up to T15. Okay, so total T0 to T15, so 16 timing signals are going to generate. The sequential counter can be incremented. What is the task of the sequential counter? So it is going to increment with a single clock pulse, or it is going to clear. Clear, that means when the instruction is executed completely, at that time it is clear. Okay, now for example, say here D3 T4, at the time of D3 T4 sequential counter is 0. So what is the meaning of this statement? That at the time of T4 sequential counter is cleared to 0 if decoder output D3 is active. Okay, so if D3 is active, then and only at in that condition T4, that is 0, sorry, T4 is at the time of T4 it is completed. Okay, now see the timing diagram. See here, T0, T1, T2, T3. So here T0 signal is active, T1 active, T2 active. See here, T2 active, T3 active, T4 active. But before T4, this D3 is going to active. Okay, so D3 and T4 both are in a working position at the timing clock pulse T4. So now the sequential counter is 0. So after T4, once again it starts from T0. See here, T0. Okay, So every time it is not we are not going to consider that T0 to 250 all the timing pulse are going to execute. Some instructions are going to execute it 4 timing pulse, 5 timing pulse, 6 timing pulse. So after completing of that uh, timing pulse sequential counter that is clear, and new timing pulse is going to execute from T0. Okay. So D3 T4 at the time of D3 T4 it is sequential counter is once again 0, and after T4 the new timing pulse that means T0 is going to execute. Thank you.